Hey everybody, it's me, Stella Wilde, and I'm here with your April 2019 monthly tarot videos. April is my birthday month, and to celebrate, I have a sale on all of my readings. I will leave a link in the description so you can check them out. Meanwhile, happy birthday to me. Hey Aries, happy birthday and welcome to your April 2019 video tarot reading with me, Stella Wilde. We're going to be using my regular tarot deck and laying out a Celtic cross to see what the energies are for you for April. Before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching and liking and commenting and also sharing. I really appreciate it. And I hope that the videos have been helpful for you. Please leave a comment and let me know how the reading resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, remember that this is a general reading. So watch for your rising, your moon, and your Venus sign. And finally, I do have monthly horoscopes on my website. So I will leave a link in the description. That may be something that you would like to check out. All right, let's get into your reading, Aries. I've already been shuffling the cards quite a bit, so I'm just going to cut them now, and let's see what we have for you, Aries. Okay, very interesting. We may have to clarify with some additional cards, but that's okay. So Aries, a lot of Aries have been having some concerns about finances, and I'm happy to tell you that that's going to be shifting this month, okay? There's going to be some sort of either a new offer, Aries, that comes into you, regarding your finances, regarding your business, or it's some sort of efforts that you've put forth in the past are now going to bring new opportunities, new job connections. There's also a possibility that you may be changing your work this month, Aries. You may be moving on, but other offers are going to come in very, very quickly from this energy that's here. Of course, everybody's personal situation is different, but there's this idea that you really want to be aligning with your right work, Aries, that I think some of your efforts have not been fully appreciated by the people that you work for, by your bosses, perhaps. It could also be that things you've put out in the past, if you're an entrepreneur, so certain products you've launched, may not have met with as wide a reception as you would have wanted, as profitable a reception as you would have wanted. And that's going to change. So very interesting energy that's going on here this month. There's also a possibility that there is a new relationship, okay? So, because there is, if this is the card in your heart, the King of Wands. Now that is the Aries energy, of course, but this can also be a new person. This could be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius person, or somebody who really has that energy in their chart. So somebody who's vivacious and a little dramatic and goes after what they want. Somebody who's large and in charge, I like to say, this energy of really a go-getter. And this is the energy in your heart. So this can represent you, of course, but it can represent a possible love interest. So you could be having all of that feeling of, I'm finally going to do something for myself. Because it's really ironic, right? A lot of people think, oh, Aries, they're just always so selfish, and that seems like weird to say, oh, Aries is going to do something for themselves. But a lot of times Aries is really, it's not about being selfish. Aries is trying to help the underdog. Aries is the crusader. Aries is the pioneer. Aries is out there trying to create things to better society, to help solve a problem. It's not so much it's not about being self-centered. It could look like that because Aries can get very involved in their projects when everything else kind of goes by the wayside. But that's not being selfish. That's being just really self-actualized and being very, very on point and focused with their Aries initiative, really. So all of that, those feelings, that pioneering energy, the, focusing on your personal agendas and projects, but not in a selfish way, but in this way that the things you're doing are going to, create a betterment for the wider community. That's also some energy that you're going to be focusing on this month. If this does not represent a person, of course, it could be both things as well. So really lovely. We have 3 pages here in your reading, 3 pages. One is upside down in the past. So there will be a lot of freeing up of energy this month, Aries, in terms of messages, communications, moving forward on marketing projects and getting, new offers coming in. Because let's face it, this Mercury retrograde was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It held everything up. And that's in evidence here in your reading as well. But this is great. This is really, really a wonderful, wonderful energy. So let's start at the base of your reading, because I've laid out 10 cards here in a Celtic cross. We have the Queen of Pentacles upright. So what this suggests to me, Aries, is that you are really feeling your self-worth. You're feeling your value. You're feeling aligned with your own value. You are handling your money responsibly. You are wanting to make more money. And you are understanding that the value, Aries, that you bring deserves more money. Okay? And I say that because of the cards that are in the present moment as well. Because the thing is, all right, when I do a reading, you don't just read one card and just, recite things you read in a textbook about the card. That's not, in my opinion, how you do a reading. You have to look at everything holistically. That's why I give an overview before I even dive right in. You look at everything holistically and also how the cards interact with one another. This card does not exist in a vacuum. It interacts with these 2 cards that are in your present moment, Aries, with the 8 of Pentacles upside down and the Ace of Pentacles crossing. All right. So when we look at all of this Pentacle energy together, your efforts, okay, this is, working, making money. Your efforts have not been meeting with success the way you deserve them to be, Aries. And I really feel it's because of this card in the recent past, the Page of Swords upside down. There is a lack of understanding. Swords are about the intellect, about the mind. There is a lack of understanding of those around you. Now this, like I said, this could be, if you have your own company, this could be clients and customers, but this could also be your supervisor if you have a regular job, your work. This is a lack of understanding, possible jealousy as well, of the value that you bring for whatever reason. I feel it's jealousy. I feel that there is some sort of, I'm hearing the words willful disregard. That's what I'm hearing right now. There is a willful disregard, Aries, for what you bring to the table. Like they are deliberately not acknowledging. I feel like this is more boss energy, all right, your immediate supervisor. For whatever reason, maybe they don't want to have to pay you more money because the company is, not doing well or whatever, or they just don't want to pay you more. Who knows the reason sometimes for those things. But there is a willful disregard of your value and what you bring to the table. So as a result, I feel like you are out there looking, Aries. You are like, all right, I know that I have value. I bring a ton of value to what I do. And why am I working so hard? So I feel like some Aries are going to, start kind of pulling back a little bit and be like, why am I working so hard and not, getting the compensation, not only financially, but also just the respect. It's also about that. And I tell you, you disrespect an Aries, that is like it. Like they walk. Like honor is a very important thing for a lot of Aries. And that's what I feel with this Eight of Pentacles upside down and with this upside down, right? These two cards together. Oops, like I said, energy works together. So this is a willful disregard. They are not seeing what you are really doing. They think you're goofing around. Okay, they think you're goofing around. I gotta just tell this little story. I had a job once, long time ago, where I was just very good at the job. I got it done. Like I got things done. But if you were to just see me, you would think that all I did was like gossip all day and like hang out and drink coffee, And I had this boss, and that's all he saw. Because he was very busy kind of in and out, and he didn't see the times when I was sitting at the computer, like doing everything I was supposed to do. So he really thought I wasn't doing anything. And he like said, I don't know, I can't remember, it was so long ago, I can't remember exactly, but it got to the point where I was so annoyed at his lack of respect, because obviously the work was done, so then who did it? I did it, right? Like his lack of awareness and respect, that I started writing down a list of every single thing I did every day, and I would give it to him. And then after about, I don't know, a little while of that, like it wasn't that long, he stopped ever like questioning anything. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like and I'm an Aries, like we don't like that disrespect. Like an Aries are not lazy. Like we go in, we do the job, but then, yeah, we like to like hang out if the work is done. So that's what I'm saying from this energy, willful disregard. They think you're goofing off. Meanwhile, you have a list as long as your arm, Aries, of all the things you've done. So as a result, with this energy coming into play over it, the Ace of Pentacles over it, Queen of Pentacles underneath, you're like, I deserve better than this ridiculous, dog and pony show. Like, I'm out of here. You are actively looking for new opportunities. One will come in. One's going to come in. If you actively go out there, this, I feel like what's going to happen is it's going to come through your network, Aries. And it can come up very quickly. This is in your near future, the Page of Wands, okay? So, and it's upright, which is great. News of your reputation, your abilities, can travel very quickly this month. And a new opportunity can come in to either branch out on your own. This could even be you decide to open up a side business, because, it really is not a good idea to quit a full-time job and not have anything to fall back on. So please do not do that. Just don't do it. But this also could be something where you, get a side hustle offer, or you get a consulting gig that you can do in your spare time, so that you don't necessarily, you're not jumping without a net and leaving this other thing behind, before you have another means of supporting yourself there. All right. So beautiful energy, this Ace of Pentacles and this Page of Wands. This is about networking, marketing. If you are somebody who's making your own products, you're an entrepreneur, you're going to find that April's much better for getting the word out there and getting your offers out there that people will respond to. All right. So, there's been a lot of noise. There's been a lot of distraction. There's been a lot of, crazy energy that everybody's been navigating, especially with this Mercury retrograde. And people just I feel like a lot of people didn't have attention spans that were capable of dealing with new things in March. It was just enough to try to keep up with the ridiculous energy of the Mercury retrograde for a lot of people. So you will find April is much more conducive, Aries, to, as I said, the networking, the marketing, the reaching out, and what felt like people were just dissing you and just not responding at all. That's all in the past. All right, so new stuff is coming in, new opportunities, new growth in your business. If you have a business, consulting, whatever you're doing, your little side hustle, very, very good energy for that. The card at the top of the reading, I just want to address that, is the Seven of Cups upside down, which is great because this means that Aries, you are getting real. Like, as I said before, with this Queen of Pentacles at the base of your reading, this is great because what this suggests to me is that you are, as I said, getting really realistic and real about your abilities, about the kind of money you want to make, and how, quite frankly, you've had to come to terms with where you're at right now is not cutting it. It's not cutting it. You're not making the money that you deserve and that you, quite frankly, need as well. So when this card is upside down, this is about reality. This is about not, wishful thinking. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about getting real. It's about doing what you have to do to make things happen. And this is also, when it's upside down, a card about focus. You are very focused, Aries. Like, you know exactly what you need and want to do. When this is upright, this is like too many choices. Like, you don't know. When it's upside down, you're zeroed in, And your choice, what you want to do is you want to create a very firm financial foundation for yourself, because it's been a little tenuous with finances in Aries land lately. It has been. But you're ready. You're ready to, in your heart, as I said before, really do what's right for yourself. Do what's right for yourself. You've given a lot to this job. And as I said, they have not appreciated it in tangible ways, in the way they should. In your home environment, you have the Four of Cups. I feel like this ties into that energy of the kind of dissatisfaction with the money and the work. Like, you want something better. You want to be able to come home at night and not feel so exhausted from bullshit. I mean, quite frankly. And you also want to have, even though this isn't technically a traveling card, I feel that a lot of Aries want to travel, that they have been stuck at home, kind of like this guy or this woman, I don't know, doesn't matter, right? This figure just kind of sitting there under a tree, like, am I ever getting out of these four walls? Like, that type of energy. So I feel like that it's a very strong possibility in April as well, especially with this Page of Wands card, which can be news of travel and networking and, fresh connections, that you could be having an offer to get out of town, Aries. As I said, this card it's not really a traveling card, but I'm feeling with this energy and I'm just feeling it intuitively, that there will be an offer to meet up with people. You already know them. It could be a peer group, work colleagues, people in the same industry. It could be even just a business conference, but it's not like one where you have to be totally like always on your guard. It's like with people you really get on with and can kind of let loose a little bit and network. So I feel like there's some sort of traveling networking thing that could go on for you, Aries. And I also say that because in your hope and your fear, you have the Three of Pentacles. So there is definitely a hope that these new connections or connections that you already have, but you're reconnecting with them this month at this conference, that they're going to help propel you like a rocket out of this, situation of willful disregard that you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to get out of it through your friends. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. To adjust. We end with the Page of Cups. All right, so this is beautiful. This is an offer that could be a love offer, but this can also be an offer of friendship. It can be an offer of emotional support. It can be an offer of having a wish granted as well. This could be poetry. This could be you getting a love poem, written for you. This is, oops. I hope I came back. Okay, here I am. This is really beautiful, beautiful energy, Aries. And it could be that there is a new love connection. Now, it starts off slow because this is kind of a slow card. The Page of Cups is a little slow. But that could be why this King of Wands is in your heart. All right. That it's another fire sign, I feel. But I feel it's a fire sign that has a lot of water in their chart. So they probably have a water moon, or they have like Venus in Pisces, or Venus in Cancer, or Venus in Scorpio. All right. So this offer, I feel, is going to come more toward the end of the month, because I feel most of your time is going to be taken up with this, getting this work situation straightened out. And, you've just had it, Aries, with this work thing. You are, really over, as I've said before, you're just done. Aries has been done with a lot of things in the last couple of months, the last couple of years, really. Uranus and Aries. But now that Uranus is in Taurus, like there's a little, you can breathe a little sigh of relief. But, we don't want any more stale situations that are not fitting our definition of self-worth. We don't want them hanging around in our life. And those are on their way out. And it's really about the work and the money, Aries. I feel like Aries has gotten their love life straightened out. They made a lot of changes with that. And you've started to get your work life straightened out. But it's got one more step to go. It's got one more step to go. It's the money that has to catch up to the focus. Because you have the focus. And now the money, you want the money to come. Look at this picture. This is the woman staring at the money. like that is your focus. Your focus is the money. You are tired of being like the sacrificial Aries lamb that works their butt off and, where's the money? You're just done with that. And that's coming to an end. It's coming to an end this month, Aries. You're going to have a fresh, new source of monetary inspiration. Like I said, if you own your own business, you could be having a brainwave idea that helps you make a lot more money. This is also another possible job offer coming from that Page of Wands, coming from another fire sign. So connecting with other fire sign individuals this month, Aries, is really key for you. And when Venus enters Aries, which is in the latter half of April, that's when that love life is going to start popping. It could start happening around the full moon, which is on the 19th, 20th of April. Right as that Venus heads into Aries. But I feel the second half of April will be very, very interesting for your love life. But first, you're going to take care of business. All right, let's pull an angel card. You can think of a question, Aries. And we'll see. We'll also see how the card ties in with the reading that I just did. This is a good month. This is good energy. Things are going to start moving again in both love and money. So So that's great. But remember, don't leave a job until you have another job or another solid source of income to support you. All right, let's see. I'm waiting for one to kind of pop out. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have forgiveness. So that might be an answer to your question. All right, let's do another one. I feel that the forgiveness is tied in with this Page of Swords upside down. They just don't know your value. Don't waste any more time on it. Just forgive them and move on, you know? Because when we stew and you know, keep mulling things over and I mean, just like obsess about, you know, how other people are acting toward us. It blocks all manifestations. Like it's not good energy. So just forgive them, move on. All right, let's see. Look what we got. Helpful people. There's helpful people coming to you, Aries, this month. They're coming. So you got to get out there and network. Like I said, I feel like there is an opportunity for you to get out of the house. Get out of the house. You're tired of the four walls and get out there. And if there's a strong possibility, if you're in the mood for love, if you're in, you know, looking for love, that as part of these conferences, you could meet somebody. Helpful people. Okay. All right. Excellent. Aries, I hope that this was helpful. I hope I was a helpful person to you, Aries. And I wish you all the best for a wonderful, wonderful April. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out. Did I mention how delicious this cupcake is? Yeah, I think I did.